Hi,
recording.
Hello. Okay, do the thing.
Alright, when we last left off, our good friend Yarrick was down in the Underhive, having infiltrated... No, actually, you're in this habitation block. I don't know why your thing's down in the Underhive. You had infiltrated this habitation block and found your way into someone's makeshift command center and are currently being held at flamethrower point by what appears to be either a space marine or a furry orc. While Rennick, ostensibly in order to make some money, was going to meet with a drug trafficker, and instead has walked into a meeting with probably the third most powerful person in the galaxy that's human.
Unlike Rennick.
And if I remember correctly, I don't remember actually. Does anybody remember what the exact last thing we did was?
I think there was just there was a table that had the captain and Claude, and maybe someone else at.
And the governor. Right. Yes. You walked into the room, Rennick. The governor greeted you and introduced you to Lord Captain Vin Sola Elrahith and her
Esquire the Third.
Her Esquire the Third and her High Seneschal Vladimiro Kupferblom.
So who are we dealing with first?
Do we want to see what's going on with Rennick? Do we want to see? Do we want to focus on Yarrick? Who's on the chopping block?
I mean, if we're talking about the chopping block, it's that Yarrick is maybe in more immediate danger than Rennick, who is currently sat at a table.
Being sat at a table with a rogue trader is incredibly dangerous to one's health.
Okay, I do have a flamethrower pointed directly at me.
True. Yarrick. Fine, we'll go with Yarrick. Yarrick, you are in a command center, in a habitation block. You are staring down the barrel of a heavy flamer. Metaphorically, you didn't actually get close enough to stare down the barrel. You're about 15-ish meters away from the barrel of this heavy flamer, which is being one-handed by this mountain of a man. He has told you to not move.
Yarrick will just slowly slide from like creeping position to just standing there.
As you stand up straighter, the barrel of his flamer just tracks your head.
Yarrick tilts her head on one side because aiming a flamethrower directly at someone's face feels both irrelevant and a little pointed.
You shift your head slightly. The weapon moves very slightly. Are we just gonna sit here in a standoff, or are you going to talk?
You told me to stop moving. You did not ask question.
I figured the question would be implied. Why are you here? Or actually, based on your garb, you're some form of assassin. So I know why you're here. I guess the better question would be, who are you here for?
I'm here for... We're tracking the fucking Necrons, right?
You're specifically here because Ishta's purple guy came to this building.
Right, the weird guy from her
sermons.
Things.
Yeah.
Tracking cult member, not you.
I could be a member of the cult. No.
Not purple. You Necron? Evil spirit?
Told you the Necrons were evil spirits? God, the skull of Progenium must really be scraping the bottom of the barrel this year if you're what they produce. No, I'm not a Necron.
Right.
I'm a space wolf.
Okay. I leave?
No. You're gonna stay. Rennick. The governor motions for you to take a seat. Lord Captain Elrahith, this is my associate. Does Rennick have a last name? I feel like I asked this a lot. This is my associate, Rennick. He's interested in the new business proposition you had for me. And the road trainer kind of leans forward, and you get the feeling that she is sizing you up a bit more than she should be able to. Sure. Give me. Let's actually use inquiry for what inquiry is for. Rennick, this is not someone who wants to sell you drugs. In fact, with 3 degrees of success, she's not here to sell anything at all. She's here to purchase something. And it's not something you can sell her. She leans forward and says, I hear you're interested in making some money. It's good. I like a little ambition in my crew. Well, in some cases I like a lot of ambition. She kind of side-eyes Claude, who is here against all odds still. I'll be honest with you, Rennick. I did propose something to the good governor here, but it was a bit of a lie so that he would meet me in person. See, I Before I...
Can I guess? Can I guess? You're having... You... Look, Captain. Don't want to sell any kind of products. You don't want me to sell them for you. You, I suspect, are willing to sell taste. With quite a few resources to name. You want something. Now, why would you come to discover this planet in this one? You want something because Lord knows all we have is poverty and shit. But nevertheless, you are here and you are meeting with the government. Very important. Governor, which means it's very important that you get what this is. And let me introduce myself. I'm Scott. There is nowhere in the city I can't go. There is no place in the city I haven't been. Recently, legitimately.
You're right about almost everything you said, except one thing. The planet does have something besides scum and shit. She reaches into her pocket and pulls out a chunk of shiny, chrome-like metal and sets it on the tabletop and kind of just rolls it down the table to you. Do you know what that is?
I think the network's different.
You're just gonna out in the open with the governor here?
I'm asking you, does this look like the thing that we had?
It looks like the things the Necrons are made of.
Turn it back. This is a rare material.
It is. That,
As far as the city country.
in some sectors, maybe, that is a mineral only found on this one planet. It's the reason that Ultantix is even on the galactic map. As I'm sure you're aware, given that you are, as you said, scum, this planet produces, for the Imperial Tide, on average, 5 Imperial Guard battalions and 150 Lehman Russ main battle tanks. Each of those main battle tanks is armored in that particular metal. Do you know what that metal does, Rennick?
Be good at protecting stuff, right?
It heals. Battle tanks, armored in metal, that heals itself.
Thanks. Very limited selling product. Think about it. If every time you get attacked, your attack heals itself, you might not buy so many times.
I mean, the galaxy's a big place. There's always a new war to profit from. Which does bring me to what I'm here for. Those profits. And she pulls a gun, and she kills the governor.
Rennick watches the governor fall to the floor, and with a compass coming in exclusively from how many people Rennick has seen shift, just like standing next to him in the room, goes, huh, I feel like that's gonna cause a ruckus.
It might. But the best part is that as the Lord Captain of the El Rahith dynasty, as rogue traitor, one of the Emperor's prime agents, I am above the reach of a ruckus. And as of 12 seconds ago, Ultantix 7 belongs to me. But I am going to need someone to keep an eye on things when I inevitably have to go gallivanting across the galaxy again. That's where you come in.
Sorry. Do you have any idea, like, you will not just be runners if you a piece of shit like me, where people can see me doing stuff. Like, you got me to not be seen doing stuff, I can kind of see doing stuff, I can probably get away with it. You wanna put in a spot sheet? You're gonna go batshit then.
Well, then it's a good thing that you carry dangerous company. And as she says that, Yarick, back in the hab, the fucking the mountain man who you have learned is a space marine pulls a communicator out and presses the button and says, "Captain, one of the Inquisitor's agents is here. The assassin." Rennick, you hear that on the other side of the call. Vin looks at you and says, "That is your assassin, correct? The off-worlder, the one with the weird accent that thinks about ghosts."
We're tight. Yarick and me, we're like, we have done many dangerous missions together. You would not believe.
No. Let her go. Give her a calm beat. She's important to the job. Don't.
Did she I chose Yarick to be in here. Cut that a briefing time later. You can say no, obviously. You know, the team is all about communication with
I don't particularly want some of these details to go past you.
Okay, that's fair. Can we drink? Is this a place? I feel like this fancy liquor.
Oh, yes, right. She stands up, walks over to the governor's seat, and kind of rifles through his pockets for a moment, and pulls out his communicator, and like passes it off to Claude, who like fiddles with it for a moment, and then pushes a button, and the doors at the far end of the room that you came through open, and the secretary you've been speaking to comes in with like a tray of like alcohol and drinks, and stops like halfway up the room when he notices the governor's dead body. And it's just like,
No, stop, I didn't do that.
right. He just kind of passes out like a couple glasses and a bottle of incredibly high quality Amsec, and then like bows to you, Rennick, and to the rogue trader before leaving. Like not like a little head tilt, like a full bend at the waist. Yarick, back in the half block, the Space Marine, the pilot light on the Space Marine's flamer clicks off, and he kind of just sets the weapon up on the table next to like the map he's looking at. And he says, "Good news for you. I was honestly looking forward to a fight, but it is what it is." Your friend, the scummy one. He should have more information for you when he gets back. As for, you said you were looking for someone wearing purple?
Yes.
they look anything at all like this. And he like rifles through a bunch of folders on the table and pulls out a picture of your purple guy.
Yes.
We're trying to find him. We're trying to find this person too. So anything you turn up, if you slide a little bit of our way, that would be helpful. They're an asset that we lost.
Okay.
Towards that way.
I know.
Wait. Captain said a combi.
Yes.
He reaches into like a little pouch on his belt and pulls out just a tiny little silver combi and hands it to you, or holds it out for you.
Yorick takes it. Yorick was waiting for it, unless she literally couldn't overhear the conversation.
No, you could hear it.
Yeah, Yorick was waiting for that bit.
This connects to me. Just me. So,
if I find Purple Man, call you.
yes.
Yorick will turn around and start leaving.
Yeah, it's way easier to leave the habitation block than it was to get in. For whatever reason, a lot of the elevators that weren't working on the way up, they work perfectly on the way down.
I'm sure they do.
Rennick. You drink, correct?
Raining.
Cool. Give me a carouse check. Rennick, after you ask about drinks and the Seneschal Claude of Nero has drinks brought in, and you wake up the next day back in your base, back in your headquarters. You are in your bed. You are wearing your clothes, but when you check, your underwear are missing.
Normal.
Also, you cannot remember any of the deal you made.
I'm gonna check my pockets to see if anyone left me a note, including myself.
Okay, hold on. Before this, what does Rennick normally carry in his pockets?
There's like some shitty self-made fucking lockpicks and shit. There's full of suspicious powder, which is actually just paracetamol. Just to be clear, the shitty lockpicks are right alongside his legitimate fucking multi-key. He keeps them because he made them himself in his regard. He's usually carrying his picture recorder like up in his waistcoat pocket. He just keeps all of the shit on him at all times, pretty much. It's just stashed around this person so you can't see them.
Okay. Rennick, you like roll over. You have your hangover has a hangover. and you start to just kind of groan and go through your various pockets, and you find that all the usual stuff is where it should be, and also you now have what looks to be a set of really fancy gilded key cards that on one side are stamped with the Imperial Aquila, the dual-headed eagle, and on the other side are stamped with the symbol of the Ultantix local government.
Anything else?
No, that's it.
So I also was given another communicator, correct?
Yeah, we'll go with yeah. You find a comm bead as well.
I already had one, so he's gonna put that one in the opposite ear that he usually holds and puts his own one in, and he's gonna tap it. I'm just checking this thing's on.
You get clawed. You activate the comm bead, it goes through, it connects, and you hear like the clickety-clacketing of what has to be a dozen different fucking like typewriters and cogitators, and you hear Claude of Muro Comfortable's voice, and he says, "What?"
Yeah, I was just checking this worked, and also I was just writing down the written details that we talked about just to make sure we got the P's and Q's and T's crossed.
Yeah, you signed it all last night.
Yeah, but I don't have my copy.
There were no copies
One for
made.
you, one for me, one for you, one for me.
No copies. You don't make copies.
Okay. You know, normal dude to normal dude. How was last night for you, buddy?
What was that?
How was last night for you, buddy?
Last night was fine.
Cool. Did you try to get that, like, fucking amazing, like, that purple stuff?
The purple stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, but there was, like, the random green stuff, and then there was, like, the kind of purple stuff that came after it.
You don't drink Amsec very often, do you?
Buddy, I drink stuff that has been, like, fermented inside a dead rat. What do you think?
Well, you should know that higher quality Amsec causes audio and visual hallucinations. There was no purple stuff. You were just blasted.
So, in name of me being look fucking first, could you run me through the details of what I signed up for? I'm just saying, this is why I tried to do it like the normal, I tried to keep it dignified, you know, asking for my copy of the contracts. I know that's the provisions that you said there's no copy, so I could either just blunder through this or you could just like make it quicker good.
Yeah, dignified. Dignified. That is definitely the word I would use when you started taking your clothes off last night. Dignified.
Did you fucking see it? How cool is that?
You should look and see where the new one is.
Fucking puzzle. And there is the sound on the contemplating, like pulling like his shirt to one side and trying to find it, and like turning himself around, like, yeah.
Rennick, you like stumble out of your room, fucking half undressed into the bathroom on comms for a mirror, and you find in the exact, like, right above your ass is Vin's, not Vin's name, but the Elbrahith family motto.
I think that's the most in-character thing I've heard someone do with someone else's D&D character.
What?
I said, I always wanted one of these. It's fucking sick.
Swear to God.
I mean, I can act upset, but I'm really not. This looks fucking tight.
No, you're not upset. I'm gonna need to spend so much time in space after this. Okay, the details. The short form details of the agreement you signed.
Yeah.
First and foremost, you are what we call a figurehead governor. You are in charge of nothing. You exist so that people think someone is in charge.
I'm sorry, my dude. You did not say fucking governor?
Yes.
Fucking governor?
Yes.
Oh, this is fucked up. Fine. Okay, cool. So, figurehead governor.
Yes.
Head of the figure of the governorship. That's me. I got it.
Yes. You take orders from me. I take orders from the captain. And you collect a salary. And in exchange for that salary and getting to live in the governor's estate, you make sure that our planet exists and meets quota on time.
I'm not gonna lie, my guy, I love this new plan. But I feel like that's a lot of like high-level bureaucracy, and it's gonna probably need like someone who can be on 35 with that
You
like,
should
I'm
look.
pretty good, don't get me wrong, I'm just like fuzzy.
You should look behind you and to your right.
Getting spins.
There is a whole ass motherfucker who has been following you this whole time as you like find this new tattoo and like rush through the house half naked. It's like a fucking a short androgynous person with like half a buzz cut, holding what appears to be an incredibly overclocked data pad.
My dude.
Hi, I'm Tally.
My dude, brackets no damn. How do?
Well, how are you today, Mr. Rennick?
Briefly tap his cocaine off and go, real fucking confused, Tally. I'm not gonna lie. This feels like a big fucking step up in my life. And I was aiming it, but like I wasn't fully then get here. But like, hold that thought. Just gonna pop the communication beam right on. Yeah. Me and Tally, we're tight. We got it.
Good. Tally is a Class 9 bureaucrat. They have been in the past responsible for the running of entire colony systems. So I imagine that they can help you get this one tiny planet on quota. Although I should warn you, because you still have to also make the Imperial tithe each year, you are going to have to find a way to get this planet's production up about 300% before the start of the next solar year.
Reddit's gonna cover his ear like the top of the end of the phone, and he's gonna look at Tally and be like, "We commit to 300%? Is that like how do you feel about that?"
300% should be manageable, sir. We're just going to have to incentivize the workers.
We're gonna talk about that in a minute. He's gonna uncover his ear. And he's like, yeah, we got it. We got that, obviously.
Good.
NBD, my guy.
Good. Now, I did mention that you got a salary for this. Something to the tune of, you hear the shuffling of paper, something to the tune of... here we go. You negotiated last night for an allotment of 500 gelt monthly.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, this is the danger.
Yes. So, out of character, Rennick, change your income from 40 to 500.
I also have a note here saying, remember my income is times 2 because I am scum.
That was for your scum income, which you are no longer collecting.
Okay, I'll delete that note so I don't get confused. Thank you.
It would not do to have the governor of a city, of a planet, spotted pickpocketed.
It's pickpocketing.
Now then.
That is an affront. I do not get spotted pickpocket. Listen, they do not know they've been fucking pickpocketed until at least 20, 30 minutes later. Unless somebody asks them for the thing that I've taken, in which case that is not my fault. It's nothing to do with my skin. That's just circumstances. Also, I've never pickpocketed anyone. It's all alleged. It's all hearsay. And he looks at Tally and like puts 2 thumbs up.
Get a thumb up back. Yes. Alleged pickpocketing. Do you have any further questions, Rennick? I have an empire to run.
That's cool. Do I have like freedom to hire?
The entire planet works for you, Rennick.
What if listen, what if I had like an inquisitor? Like, do the inquisitors work for us also, or are they like separate?
The Inquisitors work for nobody except the Emperor himself.
Do they have like some planetary loyalty, right? Like I could be like, hey, you know, do what I want, Inquisitor, because we're like.
Are you trying to ask me if you outrank your boss?
Yeah, that is. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, dude. That is exactly what I'm trying to ask you.
No, unfortunately, you did not negotiate a release from your seconded position. You are still technically subservient to Inquisitor Gravis in her little investigation, which you are also still required to maintain a presence in, because you were too worried about the money and not worried about whether or not you'd be able to run a planet while also inquisitorying a planet.
Oh, but in which case, hey, DM, my income is 540 gil per month.
Are you going to maintain your scum practices?
Yeah.
Okay. She's just gonna be... Oh yeah, by the way, for the rest of you, Yarick, you got back to headquarters, and I presume you explained the situation to everybody?
Yeah, in as much as Yarick went, no purple man, both men with flamethrower, made the deal with Rennick. I now have this, holds out the communicator. If we find Purple Man, tell him. And then fucks off, because that is all she knows.
The rest of you, Ishta, Atella, Cogbros, you wait for hours for Rennick to come back from this meeting. What do you do when Rennick is 2 hours late?
They absolutely killed him. respond.
We should
Actually reach out to the Inquisitors with a new gun.
a new
Good to have someone with knowledge of
Wait, was the call open when they were like, "Cool, let's get drunk"?
No.
Lol. Yarick sat in the back of the room pouring a bowl of cereal, completely ignoring guys being like, "Oh, Frederick's dead!"
Frederick's dead!
You've never seen Yarick eat food, but they will occasionally emerge from their room to collect food and then return to their room with it.
He's hungry today.
Lots of.
Attila does not seem concerned that Yorick is probably dead. Not Yorick. Rennick is probably dead.
I'm not really concerned.
Attila is like, I have to go back out and kill some more demons, so if Rennick shows up for whatever reason, tell him his replacement is on the way.
Alright. Yui, any comment from Yui at the 2-hour mark?
Be in my room.
I will be in my room. Alright, at the 6-hour mark, how's everyone feeling?
And that is why you do not follow the sins of the scum. Because like my associate, you vanish into thin air.
Into thin air. Alright.
Remember Rennick as an example. Do bad deeds and perish.
At the 12-hour mark?
At this point, Attila has probably come back. I don't know if demons have like viscera, if they're just like fully spawned.
They do bleed, and they do leave behind viscera, but the viscera does that like attack on Titan thing, where like it evaporates.
So,
Yeah.
well,
She wishes she was dripping in viscera. She wants it so bad.
She wants it so
it probably doesn't smell very good, but there is no like visual thing associated with it. She's like, I haven't found shit.
I haven't
Are
found
you guys like looking? Are you guys doing anything?
What?
Just giving a sermon.
We gotta find like we gotta hunt down these Necrons. Are we like
No one told me to do anything.
It's my
well, I haven't found shit either, so Attila sits down, crosses her arms.
Still not sure if they trust it.
At the 13-hour mark, it's like 11 p.m. at this point. Rennick left for this meeting at like 10 o'clock in the morning. At like 11 p.m., you hear a knock on the door to your like suite.
Yorick will walk up to the door with what? The shotgun's probably the most appropriate for answering the door with. So that.
Look at you and go. I don't think it's fine. And they'll open the door. Yes.
Ishta, you see a incredibly well-dressed man with a strikingly well-manicured beard, wearing like a kind of off-red turban and a monocle, and he is carrying Rennick on his shoulder. And he says, I believe this belongs to you.
You can keep it.
Ta-da, they brought us Rennick's body.
I'm not signing for it.
I'll sign for it. I'll sign for the body. Thank you.
Do we have fuel for funeral pyre?
Oh, I'll make sure it gets to the recycle. Thank you.
He's not dead.
Huh?
Bring wood and oil.
Yui coming out of his room like, I'm gonna turn him into a servitor. Stop trying to burn him.
Did someone say free organs?
He's not dead, he's just unbelievably fucked up.
Backtracks. Someone stronger than I, please take it off this. The fine gentleman,
Hello.
Mr. Malloy.
All right.
Nice to meet you.
Vladimir Comforblum III, Knight of the Comforblum family.
Why do I feel like I know that name?
I would.
Yeah,
Something about
does that
yourself.
name mean anything?
If you would like to, anybody with Knowledge Imperium may roll Knowledge Imperium.
Lower Imperium?
Yeah. Fucking. Yeah, that.
Modifier?
Nah.
I don't.
Oh, there's no
Yeah.
way. Jesus.
Yui, are you here to make this roll?
I do not believe I have any Imperial lore.
Do you not? Do tech priests not get that?
I don't think so.
Oh shit. No, that's.
Not unless I do, and I'm just being an idiot. But I don't think I do.
Oh, hold on. Ishta. Hold on. They're the same. They're the same number, are they? No. Common Lore Imperium is at 19 for you, so that's only 1 degree of success. We don't have to re-roll it. It's still a D100 roll. It's not like you had a modifier.
Okay, yeah, I can pick up Common Lore Imperium. I just haven't.
Ah. Well, it's not important for you. You don't. Knowledge of the Imperium is for people who care about the Imperium.
I feel like it was probably more the tingling meta-narrative sense than anything else.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. You vaguely overhear that name from like your room, and for a moment you are inside a Titan. And then your senses snap back into your body, and you're in your room.
Instead of 1 degree of success, still have 3 degrees of success. Would, because of what he does, and the fact that Ishta is a copyist by one of her professions, as she part of him did with
No, you're absolutely right. I will allow that. Ishta, you know about Vladimir Comforblum III, not because of his myriad of combat performances, or for his association with the mighty Elrahith dynasty. You know about him because you remember about 50 years ago or so, that an entire planet's bureaucratic network ground to a halt because a man named Claude Kupferblum was accidentally drafted into the Imperial Navy. That planet, even 50 years later, has never recovered from the loss of this one person.
I never thought I would meet someone like you. You kept your planet's bureaucracy going single-handedly, yes. It's never recovered since you found the Imperial Navy Treaty. Are you still with me?
No, actually. I am the High Seneschal. I died, actually. I was space, and then I got better. And then I was assigned to the heir apparent of the Elbrahith Rogue Trader Dynasty, where I still maintain my current business as High Seneschal.
You're a legend in the copyist field, let me tell you. Absolutely. It's an honor to meet you.
If I weren't currently carrying the drunk body of one of your associates, I would shake your hand.
He's fine.
I don't think I can, actually. He's unfortunately an asset now, so he has to be treated with care.
Teller, can you please help me leave this very fine gentleman, friend?
Alright, give him a move.
Watch his head thump.
Are you in town now, Mr. Sir Drummond?
I am, actually. My captain and I are currently in bargaining with the governor of the planet for a portion of the planet's imperial tithe. We should be here for about a year or so.
Well, you must come see one of my servants, perhaps lunch after? Down Clarence.
Hey, what was Claude's opinion of the Ecclesiarchy? What was...
Fuck me, I don't remember. I don't remember Claude being particularly religious. I think partially because of the whole, and then I got thrown out into space doing my job thing.
That sounds about
I think
right.
Claude was much too fixated on how cool being in space is to worry about whether or not the Emperor gives a shit. Also, I feel like after a certain point as a rogue trader, you kind of know about the, like, oh, the Emperor's a god. It's like, nah, the Emperor's name is Jeff. We have dinner on Sunday.
Yeah, that is kind of how it would be. Claude, I would love to come to one of your sermons, but unfortunately I am, and he pulls out a data pad and he opens up his schedule and he says, unfortunately I am booked, the only time I have free is 45 seconds next solar month on the 12th, and I've scheduled that time for sitting on an office chair in space. So
Find yourself for some free time, please. I can show you around whatever you want. Yes.
I'll see what I can do. It was wonderful meeting you. Now, just make sure make sure that Rennick, when he wakes up, he gets water. He's going to be bad in the morning. It's going to be rough. And now we're going to fast forward back to the current time where Claude is hanging. Oh, what's up?
This is before Rennick wakes up, right?
Yes.
Okay. Attila brings him to his bedroom, like, throws him onto the bed.
Yeah.
And then she, like, glances around. And then she's going to remove his clothes, steal his underpants, and put his clothes back on.
You take Rennick's clothes off, steal his underwear, and you do notice that he does in fact have a tattoo with some fucking, like, it's like some weird fucking high gothic motto or something tattooed right above his ass.
You got the tramp stamp?
Yeah, and it's fresh, it's new. Slap it.
You're the only one who knows it's there. Just slap it. You know what you must do.
I think I have to slap it.
I think I have to slap it.
I will slap it, but before I leave, I'm also going to flip up my eye patch and take a little look at that. See if there's any response from elsewhere.
You get a distinct, like, you never really talked to the demon who stole your eye. Instead, rather, it talks to you in your head, but it also sometimes transmits, like, feelings or sounds to you when that's, like, easier. You get you take a quick demon eye look at Rennick's fucking movie ass with its tramp stamp, and you get the psychic fucking echo of your demon overlord going, damn, what that thing do?
So, like, that was not the intention.
Not the intention.
Puts her eye patch back on.
You feel disappointment.
You take your eye patch off, being like, magic vision, reveal to me his secret, and the tongue just comes out and just goes like, here's like, oh, I didn't know it could do that.
I didn't even know it could do that.
So it's like, I'm not gonna ask anything from you for a bit.
You put Rennick's clothes back on, and as you turn to leave, standing directly in front of you, chipper and overly excited, is a, like, 5'6" androgynous person with half a buzz cut and a data pad, and they say, "Hi, I'm Callie."
They push their way through.
I am incredibly ready to begin my new job, but I will not be stopped.
Yarick is standing there with another bowl of cereal.
What was that, Yarick?
Yarick is standing there with another bowl of cereal. And just, like,
Attila, like, glances around the group. It's like, alright, have fun, and then closes the door on them as she leaves the room.
It is not our problem.
Not my problem.
Oh, I have a feeling it's going to be very much our problem.
No.
Well, they do with that when he wakes up.
We fast forward to Reddick, half-dressed in the bathroom, having just been hung up on by Claude, now just in the bathroom with Callie.
So, when do we begin?
Shout. Rick. Shout. Rick.
Hold on, we're only getting every other word.
Yeah, I just hear Shat and Brett.
Shower.
Shower, breakfast.
Breakfast. And then we can get started.
Do you need any assistance with that? I am here to help you in any way you need.
What? No, I do not require showering assistance, that's for sure. You can go and come around in the kitchen. It should be fully stocked, I'm pretty sure. And kind of just bustle something up, and I'll be able to eat it. Don't stress too much about it. Remember what I
Tilly just kind of looks at you with like kind of a vacant smile on her face before turning a sharp 180, and it's somewhere between a speed walk and a jog. Is how she moves. Like you're not entirely sure how someone their size moves that fast without actually running. Like you've seen some power walks before, but this is insane. Rennick, who all is awake in the morning? Rennick's getting up with a hangover, so we'll say it's like 10 o'clock.
This is probably finishing up.
Arantella and Yui in the kitchen.
That's all probably went
Yui
back
is. Yui's gonna try and help with the breakfast any way they can, but they don't really cook.
Does Yui taste food?
I think, I mean, in my head canon at least, Yui is pretty much almost entirely mechanical at this point. Like, brain, spine, you know, like, so basic, like, central nervous system kind of still there, everything else robot. So I don't think Yui has what you would consider a mouth.
Yui boys, I like to cook because it's a neat I like to cook because it's an interesting challenge, because I can neither taste, feel, or smell anything.
Yeah,
I like
it's
to
like I
cook
could just give you a
stimulates
nutrient
me.
block and it's like an experiment, you know, you do the equation, you
Cooking stimulates my thermal receptors. It makes my infrared vision go wee woo. It's so much fun.
The two of you are about halfway through breakfast, cooking breakfast, when Tally marches into the room and says, Mr. Rennick has instructed me to perform the task of preparing breakfast today.
I'm sorry.
You hear Yard's door close and retrieve food.
Yarick drops out of the fucking vent with her bowl of cereal and is just fucking gone, and you hear the lock engage.
It's not necessarily cereal. It's whatever Ishta cooked.
Mr. Rennick has instructed me, as is his right since I am his administrative aide, to prepare breakfast this morning.
what are your breakfast qualifications?
Can we see your resume? Breakfast.
She pulls up something on her, or they pull up something on their data pad, and they send it directly to you, Yui. And you see that this person has worked something to the tune of 476 different job titles in the 12 years they've been legally allowed to work. These include, but are not limited to, short order cook and governor.
Very interesting. Yuri is gonna like slink to the side and say, "Hold up, let them cook."
Hold up, let them cook. The two of you watch as over the course of about 20 or so minutes, Callie takes what you were halfway through, and makes a 5-star version of what you were cooking.
And in that moment, the fires of rage began to burn in Ishta's mind.
Critically, though, they've only made enough for one person, and the two plates that they made for Ishta and Yui are just regular, normal food.
Just pointed?
Which is when Rennick arrives after having taken a shower.
I love that she's looking dead at the assistant like, "Get me my flamer," and Rennick's just immediately like, "Does anyone want to ask me about my new job?" Like, shut up, not right now.
The food appears to be adequately cooked.
Thank you. I appreciate your honest opinion, Sir Tech Priest. My name's Callie. What should I call you?
My full designation is Yui 316 of Imperial Cruiser Lightspath. You may simply call me Yui.
I appreciate the opportunity to cook for you, Yui 316 of Imperial Cruiser Lightspath. I look forward to working with you.
Thank you. You have a very good memory.
Well, I should hope. I had it taken out and replaced.
Fascinating. You must tell me about this sometime.
Now then, ma'am, if I might ask, what about my preparation has you incensed? What?
Get closer to the microphone.
Callie, when you say governor of this whole fucking planet now, Callie pulls out a confetti popper and poop! On the neck!
Okay, Tally's fucking great.
Hold on. Attila, please roll for me whatever check you want to be eating your way through the demons to figure out if any of them know anything about Necrons. And with your single-minded devotion to this task, please roll with plus 20.
Yay. I'm gonna solve the puzzle. I don't know anything else that's going on. I've got my own shit. Fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah. I'm gonna move where you are. You are down here. Like barely in, you're like down here at the edge of Lowtown. You are knee deep in cultist viscera with like a cult leader gripped in your left hand. His fucking one of his legs is broken and you ripped one of his arms off. And he's like, I promise you, I swear,
If you go to this exact point in the Underhive, you're gonna find an entrance to a cave. And in that cave is some fucking weird alien bullshit. Please don't kill me!
Attila is holding him up like the Doom Man in this meme. It's like, thank you, and puts him down. She leaves him alive. She leaves.
You leave the building, and you get about a block away, and then you hear a single gunshot.
Yeah. That
She expected that.
It is done.
She has made a note of where that location is. And now needs to go way back to the habitation block.
Oh, you guys live up here now, actually.
Has to go way back to the upper spires.
Back to the room in the upper spires. Rennick, what were you about to say?
Yarrick walks out of her room holding an empty ball.
Are you still hungry, Yarrick?
It's fine.
I don't eat. The time spent eating is time that could be better spent incentivizing workers and dealing with bureaucratic overhead. Is there a list? I was not made aware of a list. Scribble, scribble. Scribble, scribble. Scribble, scribble.
Is morning. Cereal for morning.
Scribble, scribble. Scribble, scribble. Scribble, scribble.
Who's the other?
Ishta, you are raising your hand.
Yes. For when there's good question.
What's up?
So, who's in charge of deciding, like, just out of curiosity, who's in charge of deciding, like, who's, like, the head priest of the planet?
No, the ecclesiarchy operates outside of the bounds of planetary government, and instead is an organization that is bound to Terra, to Earth. The planet's head of church is assigned to them. However, you can request that the assignment be given to you. The gang. Now, I see the list. I have the list. I've got you. I've got Yui. I've got Ishta, Yarick, Atella. I've got the sergeant who you said owns the premises. What about those two? Points over at Argyle and Payday, who are currently T-posing into one another.
The trick is to keep them moist in the meantime.
The trick is to keep them moist.
Yorick leans closer to
Don't look
Yui.
in their eyes.
Yorick leans closer to Yui, the person in the room she trusts most, and goes, "Who is and why is when they're fucking
Scribble.
Here. Yes, Rennick, it appears, is flying in the face of all logic or certainties, apparently now in charge of the entire planet, and has been given this small, incredibly knowledgeable creature as an assistant.
Sergeant.
Yes, cleric.
When you have a moment, we might have some interesting news for you.
Is it pertinent to the investigation? I'll be down in a moment. You hear like a bunch of really heavy footsteps come from the room directly above the kitchen, and you hear like a voice say, "What do you mean you have to go to work? I thought they did the work now." And then the sergeant comes down as he like rounds the corner on the stairs. He's like barely got his gas mask in place, and his like coat is only like partially buttoned up. He's like, "What could possibly be this important on a Sunday?" I'll stand. Well,
Yui does like the Will Smith like pointing meme stance towards Rennick as if like expectantly like, well, go on.
Hold on a second. Mike,
Huh.
Yeah, there you go. I'm fucking governor.
He King.
Tally leans over to Yarg and says, "Actually, the only person who's recently been fucking is a rogue traitor. He is actually the governor."
Hold on a second.
By the way, as soon as Tally steps into Yarik's personal space, Yarik just casually steps out of Tally's personal space. You know who this person is, and they are very creepy.
I'm Tally, by the way. What's your name? They like hold a hand out to Yarik.
Rennick, on this news that he has recently been fucking a rogue trader, fucking straightens his shirt a little bit and goes, "I fucking for sure." Anyway, that's how you seal a deal in rogue trader land. Everyone
I want to roll insight on that.
Sure. Roll it. Insight is inquiry.
Okay. I want to see if I probably won't because I only have a 12 bonus, but I want to see if we aren't caught that bullshit. The number is green.
Yarik, you look over at Rennick, and you were.
Hey, maybe I want more success than
Okay.
Fucking eat it. Fucking eat it.
Rennick, as you say that's how you seal a deal, a moment flashes back in your mind and you realize that you weren't necessarily fucking a rogue trader as much as you were being.
I absolutely got fucked.
Yarik, you look over at, you're like trying to get a bead on Rennick, and the only thing you can get is the smug sense of satisfaction, and also that for whatever reason, it seems like Rennick used a much more expensive shampoo today.
Yarik looks at waits for the person in charge to respond.
The sergeant
It would appear that our Rennick is now in charge of the entire planet.
I'm going back to bed. And the sergeant stands up, salutes Rennick, and then walks back up to his room. And then after the door closes, a couple moments pass, and you just hear screaming, muffled by the walls and probably a pillow. And it's at this point that Attila returns to the group, having spent the better part of the last several hours ripping through cult cells in the Undertown, or in Lowtown, and she is just covered in like viscera and sulfur smell.
See,
That's
this
more like it.
This is what she wants.
Oh dear, we must run through the biological scrubber immediately.
Tally immediately steps up and holds out a hand and says, "Hi, I'm Tally. I'm Rennick's administrative aide."
You'll get various diseases if you touch me, don't touch me.
I'm inoculated against 157 of the most common diseases known throughout the Imperium. Hi, I'm Tally.
Hello.
Yarik is staring right at you.
So, it would appear And for you, directly speaking, Rennick would now be what you would consider your boss. As Rennick seems to have, I should tell you, become governor of the planet. I'm so sorry, Attila. And there's just a look of very sincere, like, I'm sorry.
And it is out of focus in the background of the shot, but you can see him grinning from ear to ear.
Yuri is watching their face very intently to see how it changes.
Attila, like, looks at Ishta and looks over her shoulder at Rennick. And then she's like, we get given one task. We just have to do one thing. And this is what you do instead.
How much easier is it going to be with the full forces of the planet behind anything we want to fucking do?
She like squints.
Strategically speaking, every time we're like, oh god, I wish I could requisition a car. No problem, they all belong to me, technically. Like, oh hey, man, I wish I could go to this place. We're gonna have to get permission to go there. No, we don't, because I say we go there. Job done. Nailed it.
Attila is still squinting, and then she turns to Tally and is like, do you have any bodyguard experience?
I served 4 tours in the Imperial Guard.
Good, he's gonna need it. And then she puts a very gross hand on Tally's shoulder, and then goes to take a shower.
Attila, when you touch Tilly, please roll a psychic test. Just roll a number of d10s equal to your psychic rating. Okay, you put your viscera-covered hand on Tally's shoulder, and for a brief moment you get a glimpse of psychic insight. There is nothing inside Tally. Whatever has been done to this person has forged them into an empty shell, ready to perform whatever task they are given the moment that they are given it.
To make of that, and Attila acknowledges it. It's like, I'm going to think about this in a very long shower.
A very long shower.
And walks off. And before she fully leaves the room, she turns back around and is like, oh yeah, I know where the Necrons are, by the way. And she holds out a piece of paper. She wrote the address on and flicks that to whoever is closest, which is probably Ishta, who is right there.
Yeah, it's right
So you get a piece of paper with a mine shaft.
It looks like a non-standard mine shaft. Someone is digging for something, but not following any of
the standard Imperial protocols for digging a tunnel in a city. At least that's how it was like described to you by the cultist whose leg you broke and our mate. I mean, you didn't eat it, but you definitely are the reason it's gone.
I thought this was what I got from the guy that I left alive and he killed himself.
Yeah, but you had already broken his leg and cut off one of his arms at that point.
That's it. I was in the process of killing him, and then I decided not to.
Yes.
Gotcha. Well, there you go. Get ready to go soon. I don't know if we could take King Rennick over there. Motions to Rennick.
Mr.
I still have to earn my fucking wage.
In accordance with Mr. Rennick's contract with the Elverhith dynasty, and in accordance with Mr. Rennick's position as a inquisitorial asset, he is still required to have a presence at all inquisitorial functions. For does this cell have a name, a code?
I don't think we've ever really thought about it.
Rennick is required to exist at these functions.
Consciously, like consciously existing.
Yes.
He's eyeing Ishtar with the corner of his eye.
Consciously. You cannot.
Cannot be unconscious. Just saying.
Will your world carry you
Listen, we've all fucking been there, buddy. Have you ever drunk the high class shit? Like that shit hits different. I'm just saying, I thought like one glass would be fine at this time.
From the bathroom, Attila's voice is like, that reminds me. And then slingshots your underwear from that room at you. And he slams the door. You can have those back.
Fuck.
It will.
No. And he looks at Tally for confirmation that no is correct.
Attila opens the door slightly and her good eye peers out at you. It's like, are you sure about that? And then closes it again.
Unfortunately, Mr. Rennick, you were alone with Attila for a period of time before I managed to insinuate myself into the situation. Miss Mock was quite insistent that I not be allowed on the premises. Fortunately for you, I am very, very good at what I do. It's entirely possible that in the 45 seconds or so that I was not in the room.
No. Listen, nothing happens in 45 seconds. It happens to everyone one time, but don't worry, listen. Nothing happened in 45 seconds.
There's nothing to be ashamed of, Mr. Rennick. Attila is a very handsome woman, and I'm sure that you performed adequately.
Nothing happened. Stop.
How did she get your underwear?
Is an accomplished sneak thief.
No, that's
you.
Where do you think I taught it to? Shut up. I'm the governor.
yes, about that, Rennick, of course. I only just. I don't want to impugn upon your honor. Yes.
Rennick has learned now.
Rennick has income. Rennick has premises. Rennick has the ability to grant his passage anywhere we want to go. Does anyone else want to shit on Rennick?
Originally, I want to congratulate you on rising above your station and your,
Yeah. Stop looking at me like you would have set me on fire, huh?
well, we have had our differences, you with the
Yes.
thing, and I believe I could begin to look past it.
Excellent. Keep that in mind. Necrons?
Let's go fucking kill some.
Atella, you are ostensibly not military, but you are a member of the Adeptus Arbites, which are a military-adjacent corporation, or not corporation, but military-adjacent organization. Do you take short or long showers?
I mean, generally I feel like Attila can take a shower in like 5 minutes, but given the amount of shit she's slogged through in the last couple of hours, I think this one will be like 15 minutes, and it feels like something is wrong.
Alright, did you break Atella's heart? Why is Atella in the shower for so long?
Like, Gore, am I the only one with fucking eyeballs?
What have you done?
Gore! Viscera!
We're always covered in gore and viscera. It's a
Sucks
new
was
life for
so
us.
bad that she had to go out and murder a whole lot of people over
Yeah.
it. Oh, terrible. Why are we like
Why?
this? Until it comes out.
This is the kind of drama you just don't get aboard a mechanical ship.
That's true.
I was told to locate Purple Man.
Did we find the purple man?
No.
No. Did you find anything?
Large wolfman with flamethrower.
Oh, he sounds fun.
What?
Wolfman flamethrower.
Wolfman flamethrower.
I think wolf. Those are.
Rennick recalled that he specifically identified himself as a space wolf.
Oh.
Not Rennick, sorry, Yarick. Yarick remembers that. Fucking...
Yeah. He looked like Yagmo, but you don't know Yagmo. I think space? What space?
You know what a space wolf is?
Yes.
Do they get out this way?
Any of you who are not from a caveman planet are aware that the space wolves are a fairly... They're a fairly, I want to say, isolationist chapter of Space Marines, but they do tend to show up when bad things happen and make bad things not happen.
Make bad things worse.
Make bad things worse.
You were going to say something, Harry.
Did they give a name?
People point gun at you tend to be very talkative. Unless Raynick.
Sally, do you have the name of our Space Marine friend?
Tally looks through, opens up her data pad, and flips through a couple different programs before coming upon your employment contract with the Elrahid Dynasty. And
according to the Elrahin dynasty, in the event of you're requiring assistance that I cannot give, you are to contact a man known as Vladimiro Kupferblum first, and if he is not reachable or he is off planet, you have a secondary contact by the name of Malkador Brinjar, who, according to the contract, is a space marine seconded to the Elrahin dynasty for clerical purposes, as a member of the ecclesiarchy.
How aware of this man?
Give me that Imperial Creed roll.
Creed, or is this Imperial Ecclesia?
Is that its own thing?
Or Ecclesiarchy, yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
Because
yeah.
Go see this comfort club.
You know what? Yes, actually. I will go ahead and give you a plus 10 for that.
Okay.
Get fucking room.
I'm gonna burn a thing. Not burn a thing. I'm going to use one of my things.
Okay. Two degrees of failure. Ishta, you are aware that a different man by the name of Malkador, some 10,000 years ago, served as a founding member of the ecclesiarchy and was rumored to be quite literally the closest friend and confidant of the Emperor himself when he still walked the galaxy, but you are unaware of any current Malkadors.
Well, I know the name. This is how I know the name, but not the current Malkador.
So we want Purple Man or
At this point, I feel like 15 minutes has passed, and Attila, you may re-enter the scene if you would like.
Attila comes out of the hunter. What are we talking about?
Purple Man hunts Necron hunt.
We hunt the Necrons. The Necrons are the target we were given.
New boss of it on Rennick Saint Purple.
Why?
Lost asset.
Yeah.
Yes, but our other boss, the Inquisitor, says to hunt the Necrons.
We know where the Necrons are, we don't know where the Purple Man is.
As governor of this here planet, part of my job is apparently to raise productivity 300%. That sounds like a lot, and I feel like the Necrons are actively not going to help with that. Also, and he kind of looks around and goes, one of the things that Lady Elma has showed me was the fucking metal that the Necrons were covered in. And she said that shit was found here. It's what makes this planet special. It's what's in the mind. So, I feel like Necrons is the big, beefy thing here. If we live
sounds.
Find the purple guy.
Very sound, Governor. Very sound.
On the topic of incentivizing workers and raising productivity, with your permission, Mr. Rennick, I could offer an extra 1 quarter day's ration, and that should also allow me to increase the average worker's shift by about 6 hours a week.
Rennick's gonna step forward, put his hand on Tally's shoulder, and walk her over to like the other part of the commune that I sit down, and then lay out in some detail what he wants to achieve, which is yes, the 300 degree, but also they managed to promote a man who has been on the brink of starvation for his entire fucking life. And he would like to, over time, make that unused starving workforce into useful, fed workforce.
Useful food for the workforce.
Fed.
Ah, yes.
Fed. Definitely fed.
Fed to the workforce. Yes, got it.
No.
Feed them to the workforce.
I understand the objective, Mr. Rennick.
The issue is that a lot of that underutilized workforce.
Before you instigate any major plans, you're gonna run them past me, and here's the criteria that you're gonna meet. Is life gonna be better for everybody? If the answer is only that life is gonna be better for the guys who are already fucking rich anyway, I'm not interested, right? I need you to take the quality of life at the fucking teeny tiny little bottom part, and we're gonna just fucking bump that shit right up. That is the plan, yes?
Yes. That's the plan.
I think you're in hell.
No, you're. You got most. Don't make that noise. You got most of it.
Hell.
Oh, you're both in hell.
Try again.
Damn, my Discord fully crashed.
Oh, Discord.
How about now?
I hear you.
Very clearly.
How about now?
Hello?
Still no heartbeat.
Hello?
There you are.
Hi.
Hi. You hear Tilly say, that's the plan. Yes. That is the plan.
Cool. Believe me, you stop people fucking starving, they're gonna work so much better. You cannot believe how much starving gets in the way of actually working. Hey, everybody else is fucking.
Real fast. As you turn to leave, you see Tilly's face turn oddly blank for just a fraction of a second, and I'm ticking up some clocks.
I'm ticking up. Oh.
The city event. Oh shit.
Well, you did just give everyone food. That does sound like a city event.
Yeah. I guess so.
As this happens, do I get any vibes in the orb from Tilly?
Give me a second, I had to restart Discord.
Okay. Apparently I have to restart Discord.
Now, if I recall, the only one that's actually like scary if it ticks down is Necron events. The other ones will not have anything.
Good thing we're not headed straight for some Necrons right now.
And bad things only happen if we don't respond.
Are you back?
Let him go.
I'm back.
Hi.
Hello.
Okay, so the question was, when Tilly had that happen,
Tally.
when Tally had that happen, and you fucked it up, did I get any sense of anything through the warp?
Give me another psychic thing.
So Raven 2. Any modifier?
You did touch Tally, so go ahead and roll an extra d10 this time.
I don't know if this is gonna do it.
Yeah. You, something, as Rennet comes back from, like, the kitchen area, back into the living room where you guys are, like, I presume, gearing up, currently, it's not something coming from Tally, so much as it is something going into Tally. Something is changing, but it's something inside them.
Do I have any sense of what?
Atella, you are a member of the Adeptus Arbites. You have spent your life surrounded by the scummiest of scum and the men and women and non-binary people who fight that scum. You've been psychic for a lot of your life. Actually, I think it's only been like a couple weeks.
Yeah, I haven't. If I was psychic before that, I haven't noticed.
It feels like Tally is making themselves, sorry, fuck, I hate pronouns. I hate talking. Yeah, especially because I love DMing. Tally is making themselves into a better person.
Like forcing it?
Yes. Like psychically overriding their own like personality into the kind of person that would be able to make something like a hive city better.
What in the fuck kind of... Tell is that just grilling them from across the room.
Yorick goes over to stand by Atella because Yorick doesn't like them, but it's just sat glaring at them. Yorick's just going to sidle over to her as the only person who's being like relatively normal right now.
Oh my god. Em, is it okay if I grab a juice pouch?
Sure.
You want one?
Sure.
Alright. So, Necron thing. Anything anybody wants to buy before you go spelunk?
I don't think I have any money. I have some money, but not a lot of money.
Wait, did you say yes or no, Em?
I said I don't know how much money I have.
No, about juice box.
Oh, yes.
Juice box.
So I am Rich's help. Would, if anyone needs something, they might be able to get that.
Probably good. I don't know what other.
I will remind everybody that you are going underground, which is a place where explosives are singularly useful.
Governor, where do we get explosives?
Tilly, where do we get explosives?
My name is Tally.
Tally, where do we get explosives?
Governor, if you would... Mr. Reddick, if you would like, as governor, you could requisition your explosives directly from the local PDF. Or, in fact, if you would rather prefer higher quality ones, you may put out a requisition directly to the Adeptus Munitorum.
What's going to be fastest?
The PDF.
PDF it is. Can you let them know we're coming ahead of time so we can just swing past and pick that shit up?
Yes. Tally, allow me to introduce... Peter, whatever the fuck.
Philip.
Philip, allow me to introduce Philip. Secretary.
Bellamy's from the other game.
Bellamy's the other game.
Philip, your secretary.
As needed.
I see. Well, you will no longer need to have Philip on staff.
Why?
Anything he can do, I can do better.
Yes, but you only work for me.
That is an assumption.
It is.
You know what they say about assuming.
Fine, you work for Rennick, and whomever Rennick now works for as well. You do not work for us.
If serving you, they gesture to the whole group, benefits Mr. Rennick, then that is what I will do.
Tally,
Yes,
what
Mr. Rennick.
happens to someone on this planet when they no longer have a job?
Philip, they pull up a chart on their data pad, is a class 4 scrivener. There is a class 4 scrivener and a class 2 copyist. He is what we like to call useful. If he were to be released from your services, we could ensure, as the governor and the governor's aide, that he is quickly and quietly given a job somewhere in the bureaucratic machine of Ultantix 7.
Hey, Philip. Your choice, buddy.
You're the governor?
It's been a weird fucking 24 hours, I can tell you.
I don't...
I'll take a personal secretary.
I guess I am?
I said it was your choice, buddy.
I've never had one of those before.
You don't have to decide right now. We can support both of you for a minute. You take a breath. And maybe a nap. You're a weird. You're very pale.
Thank you. Is it okay if I use the couch instead of a bed? It's difficult to lay down with the... And he gestures to the computer that's been built into his torso.
Yeah, buddy, that's fine.
It is at this point that you all realize that in the several weeks that you had Philip in your charge, you've never once seen him sleep.
Well, have you slept, my guy?
I wasn't assigned a room.
Philip, you didn't say anything?
What am I supposed to say? You're inquisitorial agents. If I spoke up and you decided you were in a bad mood, you'd just make me disappear.
That is true, that is what's...
Well, now we're gonna do it for not speaking up. Sorry, Philip.
Now you're gonna go and take a nap wherever is comfortable for you, Philip. Fuck, my guy, I'm gonna work on your self-esteem before we release you back to the
I can administer a sedative if that would be helpful.
God, yes, please.
Wonderful.
I never get to administer a
Yorick is gonna
Not
step
these days
over-
now.
Yorick is gonna step over to Ishta and like lean in and be like, Raynick is in charge.
Yes.
Raynick is nice.
Against all odds, it would appear so.
This ends that yes.
Oh, most definitely.
So how much time would you like to have? We can do it immediately, base of the spine sort of thing, or we can do it the arm, the leg, give you a few minutes to reach a bunk.
Philip says, hit me in the spine, and then just face plants on the fucking couch.
Alright then, nighty night.
You hear, as he's laying face out, you hear like the fucking cooling fans on his chest computer kick in.
Oh, I should probably turn him around.
Probably.
This thing has a oh god, a Q6600. Yeah, no. I need to get this guy some kind of ventilation.
I need to get this guy kind of. This guy's running outdated hardware and software. What the fuck?
He is vulnerable.
He is vulnerable.
Well spotted, Yorick, well spotted. So, shall we go get our explosives?
I do enjoy explosives.
Alright, let's pick up some explosives and maybe a few other things along the way. Who knows
I'll
what we might
drive.
need. Oh boy.
Oh no, wait, we have a driver still. Do we still have a driver? Where do we go?
Can't
do you
hear-
drive,
Can't hear you in the kitchen.
Yes, I can in fact drive. I have.
I think you have some administrative things to attend to here, would you say?
Ah, yes.
That is true. I should draw up plans for the proposed changes.
It's for your
I
own safety.
I also have to call ahead to make sure that your explosives are properly accounted for. Speaking of which, actually, if I could get a list of the things I'm requisitioning for you.
Of course.
This is your moment to tell me what you're buying.
Do we have any governmental funds?
Unfortunately, the PDF is rather underfunded, so anything you purchase, or anything you requisition from the PDF, even with governor authority, you still have to pay at least market value for, or not market value, at least manufacturing value for. So for this instance, you get things half off.
Well, I need ammo for my shotgun and my las pistol that I've never used. But like, fuck it, maybe. Probably need ammo for my storm bolter as well. Let's find out what all of that costs.
Now, shotgun shells are 1 gelt per 20. A las pistol battery is 10 gelt per, and bolt shells are 16 gelt per.
16 gelt per. Oh my god.
Yes.
Per single bullet or
Per single bullet.
Oh my god. That would be why I have okay. So you said shotgun was 1 gelt per
20.
1 gelt for 20. Okay. I haven't been keeping track. Mine says 52. I'm gonna generously say we spent 52. I'm gonna spend 5 gelt getting 100.
2 gelt. You get it at half price right now.
Right, okay.
Is that 250 full price?
Yeah, that's halved.
Okay.
This is the only time I would be able to get one of these. And now I have 20 gelt left over. Actually, can I borrow 23 gelt?
Still will give you 20.
Yay!
How much is it? How much is what you got it cost?
It's 85 regularly, so halved.
Okay, yeah. And, Yark, how much is the thing there? That thing is?
I'm fine. I just wish they wrote down the ammo prices near everything else.
Wouldn't that be nice?
What was the... Sorry, Harley, what were the carapax again?
For the pistol, it's 10 per battery.
So it's currently 5 per battery.
Yes.
Okay, so I'll spend... 20 and get 4. So that's 7. And then it was 6, so it's now 8 per bullet for the storm bolter.
Yes.
I will give you for bullet for
Yes.
I'll give you is the things at half price.
8 is half price.
8 is half price.
Yeah, it's normally 16 per bullet.
I'll give you 160.
Sure, I'll take it.
You have 20 shots.
So I'll get 30 shots and spend 80 of my own. Stormbolt bullets. Okay, I'm good.
What explosives are people purchasing?
Oh, right. I'm gonna buy explosives.
I think we're going to requisition explosives.
That is what you're doing currently.
I have no training in using explosives.
I also do not have training in explosives.
Grenades do not require training.
Oh, yeah.
In the last game, I feel like that was the thing.
Thrown weapons require training, Grenades are a special classification of thrown weapon that do not require it.
I guess because you don't need to aim.
Yeah.
How much of different grenades?
Let me go take a gander. They are somewhere in here.
Are on page. The descriptions are on 136. Should be around
131 for the prices of it.
Thank you. There are. Hold up.
50, 25, 60, 40, and 5.
What are
Frag, blind, photon flash, hallucinogen, and firebomb.
those are all available?
Yes.
Frag does a lot of damage to one target. Frag does basically the same damage, but
No armor
no
pen.
pin. But also it hits a blast.
Okay.
Okay, actually, it's important to note, I don't know why they're called blind grenades. Blind grenades create smoke screens. Flash grenades blind people.
Yes. God, I
I'm
hate this
gonna-
game.
God, I hate this
don't know.
game.
I don't know what grenades people want. It's just about grenades. He will donate 120 gallons.
Ishta, you are smart. Correct?
Okay.
Correct. You know that if you're going into an enclosed space to fight Necrons, who you recall were very heavily armored,
Crack
you
grenades.
want crack grenades.
So
They're going to be 25 apiece, and you have to buy each one individually. This is not like the last game where purchasing it gets you 3 of them.
Okay.
I have 2 of
So
these I bought myself. And you'll remember to use them.
I'll spend 300.
How many is that? That's
So
12?
that would that's 3 groups of 4, so 12 grenades.
so that's enough for everybody to get 2.
Oh, Ishta does not want. Ishta will give them to someone who has a better.
Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so everybody gets 3 crack grenades. So Attila, you have 5 now.
So everyone else has 3, but Attila gets 5.
Attila already has
Already
2.
had it.
Oh, okay.
What did I get 3 of? Sorry.
Crack
Crack
grenades.
Crack, lovely.
Crack.
Enjoy crack.
Crack.
We're just gonna get the Necrons very, very high, very, very quickly, and watch their reality warping powers just sort of eat them.
Get them so drunk they forget which reality they're in. Not with crack, obviously.
Where
That
did
is
my
not
costume go? It went that way. Oh, okay.
Have we settled our loot? What?
Our attack settled our
You would like to buy some upgrades for their las gun?
What upgrades?
Let me skip down to them. I will have to ask for a ruling on one of them because, or how to go about it, because 2 of them I've picked the extra grip add-on, which means that you can wield it one-handed without a one-handed use penalty. However, it does half its range.
Okay.
But that's noted as plentiful. The other one was an overcharge pack, which adds 1 to its damage, but halves the clip size. Again, that's common, so I'm assuming like I can just have them. But the other thing I wanted was the red dot laser sight, and that is marked as scarce. So I don't know if the rules are different on me acquiring that.
No, that is you can absolutely pick up all 3 of those things. I will say the overcharge pack is actually misprinted. It gives you +1 to damage and armor penetration.
Oh, okay. So 1d10 plus 3 becomes 1d10 plus 4, and then pen becomes 1 instead of 0?
Yes.
Okay, cool. I still can't get used to the way that this thing is laid out, where if the range of the weapon is 100 meters, is that the medium range, or because there's like point blank, near, medium?
So
Long,
let me just scroll up to las gun real quick. Because you're just
exactly how it works.
it is a very dumb way for it to be laid out. So this is just a regular las gun. Okay, so your regular range is 100 meters. That is normal, that is medium range. So your 100 is going to get cut down to 50.
Yeah. And then near, I think, is what, half of that again, so 25.
Yes, near will be 25, and then long will be... Oh god, okay, fuck. I hate this. Your medium range is actually anywhere between 26 meters and double the range increment in the book. So your medium is actually still 100.
Okay.
Your long range is up to 200. And your extreme range is up to 300.
So does that mean near goes to 50?
No, near stays 25.
No, near stays 25. Okay, and point blank I've got down as 3. Is that still right?
Yes. Point blank is always 3.
Always 3. Okay.
Yes.
Right. Yeah. In that case, I guess all I need to do is just remember to add on that plus 10 BS for doing single shots.
Plus 10 BS. Boop, I've added it to the special characteristics.
Oh, perfect, thanks. Yeah, I put it like in brackets behind the thing, but that's probably, that's a much better place to put it.
Alright, has everybody purchased the gear they want? Excellent. You all walk outside and find that you do in fact...
Wait, I have one more.
Do you want those things in that one?
I got them. Yeah.
What's up?
Before I have everyone else walk out before me. Until Telly is the only one left behind in the apartment. Yeah. And
Philip song logs like a motherfucker.
Yeah. And I turn back to Telly, and I'm like, I think we're gonna get along very well, and put a hand out to her. to them. Thank you for helping us out.
I hope we get along as well. It has been a pleasure to meet you, Arbites and Tella.
Do they take my hand?
Yes.
Okay, as they take my hand, I, with my other hand, go around the back of their neck, and I put the explosive collar that I took off of Payday onto them.
You're gonna need to make a contested strength test, my friend.
Yes.
That's so cool, though.
Any modifier?
Nah, it's contested. You get fully fucking. You reach around to slap this collar on, and you feel your knee buckle. And then you are suddenly on the kitchen table on your back. Tally has simply turned back to her data pad and continued to work and says, please don't do that again.
Just got carved.
Until it gets
Yuri
up.
claps, kinda slowly.
Tella's alone in the house.
Yeah. Attila waited for everyone to leave before doing this.
Oh, that's right, yeah. Yuri
Attila-
claps and doesn't know why.
Yeah.
You're alright, Yuri.
Attila straightens her jacket. He's like, I had a feeling. And steps outside.
Oh, hold on.
Yes.
You
You
forgot
forgot
this.
this.
She
She
holds up the collar.
Keep it.
Okay.
She
She
puts
puts it on.
She puts it on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Attila walks out. Does not explain what just happened to anyone in the party.
Like 50 feet ahead, just jauntily going down the road, talking
Yeah.
shit. Has no idea that you're just trying to fucking.
So you see, government, the current high cleric of this world. What would you call the motherfucker in charge of this?
That's a hold on. This would be a cardinal.
You see, the cardinal, I would think, if I may, Paul has aimed this planet. Look at what's happened. Cults, chaos, corruption, rampant everywhere.
You have.
Yara gets thrown out of the fucking car.
I have a church to the emperor.
I have a question. Yeah. Question. Your newfound across the room. That happened coincidentally at the time I became governor. Are you going to pretend like this isn't a flagrant attempt to use my good favor for your own misbegotten ends?
Of course not. Quite too clever.
So why are you sticking your head so far up my ass?
Maybe you'll find Vin's hand.
Thanks God, that was a real zinger. The Emperor sat in the golden throne just
I
like...
still think he's fair to allow demons and things to easily manifest. I, in accordance with our church bylaws, of course, I'm going to be putting in a request to have him replaced. I'd like your support as a governor.
We'll talk about it when you have a fully fleshed out plan for what you would be doing differently that doesn't involve setting fire to random people because they displeasure.
I have never set fire to anyone random for simply displeasing me.
The very first day I met you,
I killed a man who had committed crimes against us and the Emperor.
With a gun.
but it's got a gun. That's not special.
I also used a gun. I did not say
That's fair.
I did not say
Wait
one.
still snaps. Murdering people for a small sin.
While he was running away.
Yes, the man who was going to then go tell on us
Don't
and
think
cause
you-
us small problems.
Don't think
For someone who worked in the
Is
underground.
this really the time for
very
this?
Oh, you're back. Where would you go?
Taking a
Nothing.
nap in the back of the car, she was fine.
Yarrick heard a small like, hey, just like shot at the grapple. Back onto
I caught up.
The middle of this argument, by the way, you make it to the Upper Spires PDF barrack, where there is a there are two privates waiting out front with like a box with like several boxes of ordnance and weapon upgrades, and a full-on like gilded like case that they pop open, and Nutella inside is your recoil glove and very gently, expertly folded, an almost invisible pile of cloth.
We'd also like a driver in the vehicle.
You're in a vehicle with a driver. Am I not good enough for you? You're the driver of
I
the...
thought kids we were walking.
Oh, you know, that was a goof.
Oh, okay. Oh God!
I was goofing, man.
It takes like hours to walk anywhere.
That's fair. No, I take that back. I did not.
Am I not good enough for you? Fucking, you all get your grenades, you get your weapon upgrades, which slot into your fucking blast gun like crazy easy, because that's how blast guns are built to be. Atella, your recoil glove feels a little chunky, like it's stiff in a way that gloves usually aren't. And unfortunately, by the nature of what its function is, it's never not going to be stiff.
I see.
For the record, by the way, for those of you who haven't read what certain items do, a recoil glove allows Atella to grab a gun, like a las gun or an auto gun, and then lock her hand in place so that she can shoot it one-handed.
That's pretty cool.
Fucking sweet.
So,
Anyways, yeah, you get all your stuff, and you make your way down through the city. You have, even with a vehicle, you are traveling the length and breadth of the fucking city. So I am going to ask one of you, kind friends of mine, please roll me a D100 to see if anything happens in between you leaving the barracks and you arriving at your destination.
Oh. 177.
Okay. You all make it. Go down a couple levels, over a couple levels, down a couple more levels. You get onto the major central highway, descend down, and as you're getting off of the highway, your car is stopped for contraband inspection.
By who?
By an
Arbites.
Just like a random
Arbites on like a fucking jacked up motorbike fucking pulls your car over at random for a random contraband inspection.
PDF vehicle.
Rennick leans
Yes.
over to Attila and is like,
This is Stady pulling over a local.
yeah.
Oh,
Rennick leans forward to Attila and goes, tell him it's like one of them diplomatic car, whatever it is. Don't we count as that?
I mean, not only do we count as that, but we could also all show these and hold
He's
up
inquisitive.
the...
Yeah, just everyone pull out your Inquisitor badge, and we'll also point out that you're the governor.
Everyone's sticking their hands out the window like, we have the...
I would, hold on, I would like...
Your badge, it ticked up the, like...
Oh yeah, it does do that.
It does do
If
that.
we all pull them out individually, does it tick up the city event for one per person with a
Yes.
Uh,
That would be very funny.
It would be fucking tight.
I mean, it would make you guys trigger all three events at the same time. So I am tempted to say yes. But no.
Necron events as well.
If that's the only clock left that's empty. But no, if you, it's not a per person, it's a per like usage.
Tell us like, hold on, let me try and talk to this guy.
No one's in the driver's seat, so no one has access to the rear view mirrors. But Attila, you like kind of look back out the back window, and the person stepping off of this, like again, this like souped up fucking like ultra bike, walking forward, like almost stalking forward. Helmet obscuring the entirety of his face, shoulders fucking tense, massive fucking like custom built hot shot las pistol on his hip. You read off his lapel. This is not just an Arbites. This is a senior Arbites judge. This is not a beat cop. This is like not your department because you were a beat cop. But if you had been promoted even one more time, this person would have been your direct boss.
So he's like 2 tiers above me.
Yes.
Okay.
Hey, tell him, what counts as contraband? Like a fuck ton of explosives, or are those good?
How does a fuck ton of explosives fare?
Legally requisition those from PDF.
You did legally requisition those.
From a PDF.
He like stalks up to the car and knocks on the window on the driver's side. And the PDF trooper, the private who's driving you, kind of looks over at you, Atella, or whoever's in the passenger seat.
Yeah, tell me.
I'm probably in the passenger seat now.
The governor, you don't ride the governor in the front.
That's true.
Looks over at Atella and is like, what do I do?
Roll the window down and turn off the car.
Okay, the car powers down, he rolls the window down, he's like, hello,
I don't
sir.
have to talk.
Okay. The judge leans down and looks in the car and says, contraband check. Y'all carrying anything illegal?
Until it turns back to everyone in the back seat. Is like, anyone?
No, not today. No.
Yui briefly considers doing the, oh yeah, I have this, and then pulling out a middle finger, but decides against it.
Excellent show of restraint.
Yui, you think about it, and as you look up, and you're almost about to do it, you see that the judge has turned to look directly at you. And then you don't pull the middle finger, and he looks away. Anything in the trunk?
We haven't opened the trunk since we requisitioned this
Do we
car.
have a trunk?
There better not be any
We
junk
probably
in
should
that
have done
trunk.
before we.
We requisitioned the car, so
Atella is starting to think that she has made a mistake. She's like, you know what? Why don't we go check the trunk for you?
Why don't we?
Atella gets out of the car, goes around to the back.
He meets you there.
Before I open this trunk, Senior Arbites, I will preface this by saying we're traveling with extremely valuable cargo, and whatever tip that you got to meet us here, you may be being played. Like, she opens the trunk.
Roll a D100 for luck.
Don't have much of that.
The trunk is empty. What valuable cargo are you carrying? He's not even looking at the trunk.
no joke.
It can't be that valuable. Vin, put the stamp on your butt.
My ass is incredibly valuable.
You said your dick.
It's medium valuable. My ass is immense.
Atella would think about her training. Does she have to defer to hierarchy here?
You have been asked a direct question by an Arbites agent during a routine traffic stop. Not answering is a crime. Lying is a worse crime. But not answering is also a crime.
Okay. Atella will nod and close the trunk and turn to him and say, we have the recently appointed governor in our midst.
Oh. You mean?
Yeah.
You mean Rennick? The
Hive scum.
Hold on.
Ah.
worked
Hold on, hold on,
Man who
hold
has
on.
been
Hold
You're in
on.
hell.
Ah!
Briefly.
Hello?
My headphones are making funny noises. How about now? How about now? How about now? How about now?
Everybody else sound off because everyone else was dead quiet.
Hello?
Fine.
Okay, just want to make sure it's not us.
Hello?
Hey.
I think I'm okay.
Cool,
Cool, we're back.
The
The judge kind of looks at you, Attila, and says, "Oh, recently governor. You mean the ganger Rennick, who has been implicated in the assassination of
Be
a
implicated in anything.
Are you in the car or are you outside of the car right now, Rennick?"
In the car. I don't listen. I've followed Attila's orders for longer than the campaign has been going, and she gave me the look like I should stay in the car. That might just be her normal face, though. He's not
Because Rennick has been implicated in the assassination of a imperial governor. He was last seen entering the governor's suite, or at last seen entering the governor's palace, and when he exited, he was with a suspicious man belonging to a foreign national, and the governor was dead.
Attila leans in. She's like, "Where do you think we're taking him?"
Give me a deception.
I really gotta actually invest in any stat, any skill that I use.
On the right. Is this just one guy?
Yeah.
Just one guy.
Can I tell if he
Yeah.
has eyes on me, and if he isn't immediately looking at me, can I subtly ready my fucking last pistol?
Rennick.
Yeah.
Sorry, Yarick. Fuck. Yarick. You can tell he does not have eyes on you. He's still wearing his riding helmet, so he has no peripheral vision. However, as you go to pull your last pistol, please make an awareness test for me.
Yeah, it's a green number.
His riding leathers are bulging in a way that suggests that they have armor plating under them. Your las pistol probably won't be able to penetrate it. You'd have better luck with either your bolter or your sword.
Is there a subtle way to ready the
No.
flamer?
No, absolutely not.
Yeah, okay, so I'm out.
Just gently hanging it out the window.
The Stormbolter's like a giant rifle, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's enormous.
And my great sword is a great sword.
Well,
okay, your great sword is not like a fantasy great sword. It is still like it's like a historical great sword made with like future forging techniques. It's big, but it's still sleek and much easier to hide than Stormbolter, which looks like a fucking microwave.
Sure. However, it is still a sword that is most of the length of the body.
Yeah.
I don't think you can subtly prepare that.
I mean, you're a fucking Imperial assassin. Logic does not dictate what you can or can't do.
If anyone could do it, it would be you.
I'll try and subtly ready my fucking giant ass sword, I guess.
Okay, so real quick, I need you, M,
Yes.
to give me your deception.
Do I have any modifier on
No. In fact, I almost want to give you a negative because you're trying to lie to essentially like the second highest ranked police officer on the planet. But I'm not gonna.
Well. Oh, fuck.
We're all just skirting those fucking numbers today.
Why?
I mean, I cannot win a contested roll.
He got more degrees of success on his inquiry than you did on your deceive. So he does know that you're lying. Could I pretty please have a stealth roll from Yarick to draw, not a stealth roll, I guess we'll call this silent move to draw.
I'll re-roll that. I have a 41. Thank God.
Yarick, you managed to ready your greatsword. If you'd like, I'll also allow you to get out of the vehicle without being seen. Yarick, you slip out of the vehicle, sword at the ready, creeping around the side of the car. Attila, you've been made, and you know you've been made.
Does he know that I'm lying about, what does he know I'm lying about? Just that I'm lying, or?
He knows that you have admitted to having Rennick in the car, and that you just lied about, you implied that you were bringing him in, and he knows that was the lie. He hasn't moved to go for his weapon yet, so you have a chance to rectify the situation. You also have a chance to strike first.
Yes. She kind of, she pauses and she's like, okay, listen. She puts her hands out. I know what this looks like, but I really need to get that promotion, and if I bring in this guy, this is the story of the fucking century. This is gonna put me probably not at your level, seniority's judge, but it'll at least get me in the door. So I would very much like to leave with my captive.
Give me another deceive. This time with plus 15.
I wish Attila was good at fucking anything. Fuck. Oh, fate point. Fate points. Fuck. Same number.
Wow.
Wow.
That's statistically improbable.
You have, at this point, you are at this point, Rennick, quite literally up this man's ass. You have crept around the car, he has not noticed you, you have a sword at the ready, and you just heard Atella lie through her teeth, and as far as you can tell, this man is unmoved by her story of wanting to climb the ranks of the Arbites.
Yorick is going to, because Yorick is behind the guy, is going to, like, pointedly look at Tella.
You're wearing a mask.
I know.
You're wearing a
I can still like angle my face.
Atella, you see Yorick in like a half-crouch, sword out, creep out from behind the car behind this guy.
And look at you.
And look at you.
Okay, Atella sees that, immediately looks back into this guy's face, and
You're gonna have to come with me.
she's going to nod a little, and then turn towards his car.
He has a motorcycle.
Oh, right. She turns to the motorcycle and is like, I'm not really one to sit, how do they call it when you ride on the back of someone else's motorcycle?
Don't sit, bitch.
Yeah. She's like, I'm not really one to ride, bitch.
Well, unfortunate.
Can I just ask a question of God?
Yeah, what's up?
On this planet, in the Imperium, who's in charge of the police?
The Arbites, the local planetary defense force, which does most of the policing, does fall under the governor's control. The Adeptus Arbites, which deals with, like, dangerous extreme crime, is an entirely separate organization beholden to nobody.
And they've made it very clear that they do not think you attained your status.
Yeah, I was
through
just seeing if we
these.
were missing. I was just checking if we were missing any.
Now, you could flash a rosette. The Arbites are not above the Inquisition because, like I said at the beginning of the game, no one is above the Inquisition, not even the Inquisition. Inquisitors get inquisitored all the time. Quite possibly more often than demons do. However, I will tell you, you have the next 10 seconds to decide what you're going to do, because he is currently pulling cuffs out of his fucking belt as we speak.
If he's pulling cuffs off of his belt, even though I don't think Yorick necessarily noticed a signal from Atella, Yarick's gonna stab him.
Okay. I don't know if you were ever actually around when we discussed how sneak attacks work. The way sneak attacks work is you get a bonus to hit. I think we agreed on plus 20. You get plus 20 to hit, and if you hit, you get to ignore the armor of your target, but not their toughness.
Does this count as full aim because they've just been crouched?
Yes, absolutely. You have been eyeing this man's fucking kidneys like a fucking dog.
Okay, so that's plus 20 for the full aim, and then another plus 20 modifier.
Yep.
Fuck.
Yarick finally rolls big, thank you.
Yarick, when you do nothing but attack, you also get 2 attacks. So go ahead and roll again with the same modifiers.
Back to her normal numbers, but that's still green.
That's still green. Alright. This guy does have the lightning reflexes trait, and he's paranoid, so he does get to try and dodge, even though you're sneaking, but he takes a penalty to it.
Do I give a bonus to hit?
You're not technically engaged in combat with him.
Okay. Yeah.
So he fucks up the first dodge, and he barely dodges the second hit, so go ahead and roll 1 damage for me.
Wait, that's 2D. No, yeah, he's pretty bad.
Yeah, you rolled a 2 and a 3, that's kind of crazy actually. But without his armor, that goes through for a full 5 damage. So you, Yarick, go ahead and describe for us Yarick's 2 strikes.
Given that she misses the second one, I'm assuming she just slides the sword in through where his kidney would probably be and pulls it out to go and chop his fucking head off, but he just stumbles forwards out of the way.
Yeah, you stab him, and he like arches forward, barely dodging the second hit. He like goes to draw his pistol. Do you have quick draw, Attila?
No.
Do you have a one-handed melee weapon?
I have a monoclub and brass knuckles.
If you would like, before we start initiative, you may make an attack with your monoclub or your brass knuckles.
I'll make an attack with my monoclub.
Alright.
Actually, I will use my talent disarm, if I may.
He is not actually holding a weapon yet.
Did he not take his weapon out?
He is reaching for it.
Can I take down?
What takedown do?
Toughness test on damaging enemy. Failure, stun for 1 round.
Sure. So you gotta hit him first.
Okay, I hit him with the club. Any aim? No aim?
No aim. You could half aim.
I guess I'll half aim. I turn around and I'm like, I'm not getting that fucking promotion.
I'm not getting that fucking promotion. God.
Do I need to charge or all out or any of that? Whatever.
You're not far enough away to charge. You could all out attack, but you won't be able to half aim. And because all out attack, because of how all out attack works, you won't be able to parry or dodge.
I might need to dodge, so I'm gonna just standard any modifier.
Plus, do you have gang up?
I do.
Plus 20 because
I have double T.
double T. Yeah, you get plus 20 because Yarick is on the other side of him.
Whack. I rolled a 1.
Holy fuck. Give me that damage.
Damage.
Swing your club into the
11.
exposed the open bit of his helmet, just knock his jaw off.
Yeah.
Fucking. Okay, so that is a headshot, I believe. I think a 10 is a headshot.
Is it a... Yeah, it would be a 10, so yes,
Yeah.
it's a headshot.
So 10 is a headshot. He has 5 armor on his head. You have armor pen 2, so that brings it down to 3. So that is 11 minus 6 for another 5 damage as your fucking club like shatters the glass plating of this guy's fucking helmet. And I'm gonna need everybody to roll initiative.
Does he have to...
Can I do the toughness test?
Oh, right, and he makes a toughness test. His toughness is 45. Yeah, because...
Do I need to do anything for this?
Hold on, let me go look at the full description of the ability.
I'm trying to find it, but I'm in the very wrong place.
Step aside. What ability is it called?
Takedown.
Take down. Okay, so takedown is, if you hit and do at least 1 point of damage, the damage is ignored, and your opponent must make a toughness test or be stunned for 1 round. So you can either do 5 damage to him, or stun him.
I feel like doing the damage is more important at this point.
I mean, if you stun him, that means if I roll a good initiative for him, he won't immediately try to kill one of you.
That's true.
But it is ultimately up to you. I did not have the initiative tracker open. It does not appear to matter, however, it all got on here correctly.
Oh wow, they actually made it like you can sort it. I will stun him.
Okay. So he's got a toughness of 40. He is not stunned.
Oh. Well, that kind of sucks. Oh wait, I need a half action to do this. And I used my half action to aim. So I can't even
A half action to do it. You get 2 half actions or 1 full action.
Is it not? It's not a weapons test. It's
Does an attack count as the other half of the half action?
takedown is like a half action into itself. There's no weapon attack being made. It's just a weapon skill test, and then you hit.
I would rule that you're still attacking with a weapon.
I mean, I
Because,
guess
like, you
it's
have
the
to
same difference.
you have to do damage for the ability to work, right?
And do at least 1 point of damage.
And unless you fucking devoted your fucking character build to the like 3 unarmed fighting talents, you're not gonna do damage unless you have a weapon. So I think it is you declare it's a takedown, attack with your weapon. If you do damage, then you can stun.
Okay.
But also, RBTs are just kind of tough, so it's hard to stun them. Like, it would be hard to stun you, too.
True.
Okay. He is going to get his own turn. He gets 1d10 plus 3. He gets a 7. Alright, we are going to stop here for the night, however. We will do this fight with this guy first thing next time.
Okay.
Everybody, take your 250 XP.
Yippee.
Just to be sure that we should that gives us a total of 3,500.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Just wanted to make sure. I can remember if I'd like saved up my XP from the previous session because I think like we're getting to the point in the skills where they're costing like 300 rather than like 100 or 200. I only had 250 left last time, so I'm like, I'm just gonna save up.
Man, our rogue traders from last game were dropping the fucking ball.
Yeah.
Like, come on. They took over a planet but didn't, like, put in any kind of protections on the person that they put in charge.
They also
They
didn't
don't
take
care
the
that
away.
much about it. They're just like, hey, this planet has like a useful metal or whatever. Can you just fucking...
Can you fucking
I
go
mean, yeah,
get
that would make me
You
care
know
about it
that?
a lot, I would think. Gotta make
I
sure.
don't know. I feel like it feels fairly in character of how we ran that game.
Yeah.
How do we deal with this planet?
Yeah.
What's this guy's deal? Oh, he's like
Kill that guy.
sweet peasant who thinks that people should be able to eat food. Fuck it, yeah, we'll make him mayor. Do you have sex with him? Yes, obviously. And then we'll leave him with what's her clicky? No, whatever. Tally. That's it. We'll give him Tally. She's kind of weird. Because she's like an ex-guard, right? Yeah. Cool.
We would like to get her off the ship, because we've been looking at her on the ship manifest for a while.
To be fair, we did also give him a bodyguard who was capable of taking out Atella, and then we were like, don't come with us, you're weird.
Oh, fuck.
Consequences of our own actions. You're kidding.
I would like to point out that Tally is not just an ex-guard. According to her resume, she is an ex-everything.
Sure, but like, the ex-guard is the most relevant bit here, unless the officer is going to get like a one handcuff on Atella and go, fuck, I really want to laugh
Is intimidation? No. Intimidate is interrogation, not a basic skill.
What?
Interrogation.
I don't think that's a basic skill.
Skill then?
Yes.
Maybe there are two sections for talents and traits.
Because you get lots of talents and traits.
I guess that's true. Guess what I took this level?
What'd you take?
Deceive, charm, and interrogation.
Yeah.
3 things I should be good at.
Prior to
What does interrogation even go off of?
It should list it in the ability.
It doesn't.
Well, we're gonna.
It doesn't.
Head out.
Okay, thanks for playing.
Thanks for
Turn
playing.
the recording off. Bye recording.
Bye recording. Okay, let me go find it.